Hello, my gentle yogis. Go ahead and come down into an comfortable seated position. Really standing, honestly, to start. We're going to take a moment just to find ourselves. You can close your eyes if it feels right and take a few shoulder rolls. As the shoulders go down, just allow everything to drop, to soften, and to release. After your last shoulder roll, let your shoulders glide down your back. Pull the belly button gently into the spine as you lengthen your torso. And come to the breath. Feeling a full and complete inhale. And a full and complete exhale. One more breath. Allowing the weight of the pelvis to drop. Flutter your eyes open. Inhale, reach those arms up in the sky. Collect your hands through center, down into the heart. Inhale, reach up and out. And pull down through center. Inhale, reach up and out. And pull down to center. Take those arms up into the sky. Pull in through the core, lengthen the torso. We're side to bending here, dropping the left hand down, reaching the right arm up and over. Engaging the core to pull back through center. And then up and over to the other side. Back up through center. Cactus arms, open the chest. And back up one more time, up and over. Through center. Lengthen and engage the core. Other side. Through center. Cactus arms, open the heart to the sky. Pulling on up. Coming up onto our hands and our knees. Cat-cow. Inhale, you arch. Exhale, you curl. Following your breath cycle. Last time. And then start to explore. I like to do circles. Find what your body would like. Making sure you're even with whatever you're doing. Coming into a nice flat back. Strong core. Right arm reaches forward. And then place it down. Left leg reaches back. Resist the urge to arch. And pull it in. Right arm forward. Left leg back. Find your balance for a moment. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Now fingers to toe. So you reach behind you, tap your toe. Lengthen it long. Tap your toe. Reach it long. Now you can either tap or grab. If you grab, you can kick. Foot and hands. Lengthen it out. Place the knee down, right arm reaching up into the sky. Loop it underneath, twisted puppy pose. Left arm can reach forward, up and over the head. Plant the left hand, reach that right arm back up in your twist, and place it down. Left arm reaches forward. Trying to get the thighs up by the ear, place the hand back down, right leg reaches back. No arch. Pull it in. Left arm goes first, and then the right leg reaches. Find the length from the fingertips to the heel. Tap elbow to knee on the exhale. Pull the core in. Inhale, reach it long. Elbow and knee in. And reach. Elbow and knee in. Fingertips to toes. You tap it back. And reach it long. Tap it back. Reach it long. Now you can either tap or grab. If you grab, you can kick. Lengthen it out. Pull the core in. Drop the knee. Reach the left arm up into the sky. Twist. Loop it underneath. Twisted puppy pose. Right arm can reach overhead. Plant the right hand. Reach the left arm up. Plant both hands down. Tuck the toes. Down dog. Walk the dog. Bending one knee and then the other. Lengthening both legs, coming up onto the toes, dropping the heels. Up onto the toe. Drop the heels. Up onto the toes. Drop the heels. Walk the feet forward, ragdoll. Feet hip distance apart. Cross those arms. Let the torso hang. Give yourself a little sway from side to side. Maybe a little shake of the head if you're feeling any holding your tension through the neck. Release the arms down to the earth. Bend the knees, roll on up. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Collect and pull them down through heart center. Again, inhale, reach those arms out and up. Pull them down through center. Reach up and out. Coming to the top of your mat. Tadasana. Roll the shoulders down and back. Ground the feet. Right arm reaches up and over, side bend. Up and back to center. Left arm reaches up and over. Up and back to center. Reach both arms up. Cactus arms. Elbows out. Chest up. Back to the top. Swan dive forward. Forward bend. Half lift. Head forward. Tailbone back. Forward bend. Half lift. Forward bend. Arms reach out, eyes look forward, all the way to the top. Right arm up and over, side bend. Back through the top, and other side. Through the top, cactus arms. Back through top, hands to hips. Right leg steps back, crescent lunge. You get to choose how big this lunge is. If you'd like to keep it a little bit more narrow today, that's great. If you'd like to take a big step back, make it a little bit deeper, that's your prerogative. Keep that front knee bent. Knee over heel over ankle. Both hip bones pointing straight forward. Straighten that back leg. Let's take those arms up into the sky. Core pulled in tight. One more breath. Hands to hips. Step it in. Left leg steps back. Your depth of crescent lunge. Checking in with your hips. Checking in with that back leg. Leo. Core pulled in tight. Reach those arms out now. Make sure as the arms go up, the shoulders stay down. Hands back to hips. Step it in. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time we interlace the fingers, pointer fingers pull out. Lean over to the left, hips to the right. Other side. Back to the top, you can keep your arms here. Allow them to guide you into an arch or come into cactus arms. Swan dive forward. Half lift, head forward, tailbone back. Forward bend. A little bit deeper each time. Half lift. Reach the head away from the tail away from the head. Forward bend. Reach those arms out and up. Come to the top. Bring them down through center, heart center. Step that right leg back. Drop the heel, warrior one. Just like crescent lunge, the hips stay pointing straight forward. Shoulders roll down and back. Arms reach up. Shoulders glide down the back. Twist over that front leg. Open your arms out into a T position. Eyes try to follow that left hand. Back to center. Heart center. Come up onto the back toe. Step it forward. Left leg steps back. Drop the heel, warrior one. Check in with your hips. Arms reach up. Keep the core in. Try not to splay your rib cage. Shoulders glide down. Twist over the front leg. Eyes follow the right hand. Coming back up through center. Hands to heart. Come up onto the back toe. Step it in. Arms reach up. Interlace those fingers. Pointer fingers point out. Take it over to the left. A little bit deeper this time. Back through center to the right. For my arch this time, I'm going to bring my heel of my hands to my sacrum. Roll the shoulders down and back. You can press the pelvis forward, reach the chest up. Coming on up. Arms reach up. Swan dive. Half lift. Forward bend. Arms reach forward, chair pose. Shoulders glide down. Right heel lifts. Left heel lifts, switch. Right heel lifts. Left heel lifts. Right heel lifts. Left heel lifts. Right heel lifts. Left heel lifts. Both heels plant. Dive over your legs. Take a breath. You can wrap your hands around your calves, your ankles, pull yourself in a little bit deeper. One more deep breath. Release the arms, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take a few shoulder rolls back. Balance postures. So you can reach those arms out and up. Take that right foot, place it out in front of you. You can keep the toe down onto the ground or lift the leg up. Arms come to the side as the leg comes to the side. Once again, the toe might be on the ground or just slightly off. We don't want it too high because that means you're going to be tilting. Release your foot down, arms reach out and up. So our arms come up, make sure that we don't splay or arch our core, our back. Take that left foot forward. You can keep it tapped gently down onto the ground or lift it up gently. Make sure we're not hiking up that left hip. Leg goes out, arms reach out. Same thing here. Gently tapped or lifted. And release it down. We're going to come into a little bit of a tick-tock, kind of playing around with our warrior three here a little bit. So you're going to be coming onto your mat. You're going to be taking that right leg right behind you. Getting our hips square. And this leg is going to want to turn out. Make sure that we're keeping it in parallel. Close in the hip. Arms reach up overhead. If overhead is too much for you, hands to heart center. Pull in the core. It's a small move. We just tick. You want to start by lifting that leg up, engaging the core, and then tuck. Tick. And tuck. And then last one. Tick. And step that leg in. Give it a rest. Shake it out a little bit. We'll be heading to that other side. Start by reaching the left leg behind you. Make sure we're not externally rotated, turn it in. Arms reach out and up or come to heart center. Core pulls in. You tick. And you tuck. Doesn't have to be huge. Finding just the movement from our hip so that we're not diving forward with our chest and not having our leg lift, or lifting our leg up really high without our chest going anywhere. Everything has to stay even. That's why I like to use the term teeter-totter, because teeter-totter is a bend. Nice long 2x4. That's your last one. Coming on up. Relaxing it down. Give a little shake out. We're gonna meet in our down dog. However you'd like to get there, plant your hands. Lift the tailbone up into the sky. Drop the heels down low. Making sure we're feeling a lot of curling through our back, that we bend our knees, extend our spine, and then try to get those heels down to the ground. Just one more breath here. And then we're going to take a moment in our child's pose. Drop the knees, take the tailbone back. Let the forehead drop down to the ground. Deep breath. And I want to stretch out those shoulders and also get them a little bit stronger. So we're going to be doing dolphin. Elbows are down on the ground. Fingers laced. You'll also notice this is like the beginning of a headstand. Thumbs gently tapping so that we're not gripping our hand shut. And then we're gonna come up just like we would if it was our down dog. So tuck the toes, extend your tailbone up and back. Keep your arms strong, pressing away from the ground. Breathe here. Heavy heels, strong shoulders. One more breath. And release. The knees come closely together this time and try to take yourself back. Arms reach forward. If your forehead doesn't touch, you can stack your hands. Coming down onto the ground, onto our bellies. Lengthen those legs behind you. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Elbows squeeze together like they're going to touch behind us. Glide the shoulder blades down your back. Lengthen the top of your head out first. Baby cobra, no weight in the hands as you find extension in the upper back. So thinking about this coming from right in between those shoulder blades. That's where I want you to find the arch, not in that lower back. Think a little bit more upper back. Reach the sternum forward. And relax. Short stretch, right arm reaches out. You just roll onto your side, open up the shoulder, open up the chest. And then we just go to the other side. Left arm reaches out. You just roll up and over. Back through center. Hands once again underneath our shoulders. Long snake legs behind us, squeeze them together. Roll the shoulders down and back, try to get the elbows to tap together behind you. Lengthen the spine first, head reaches out. This time you get to press a little bit of weight into your hands. If you ever feel the shoulders come up, that's as far as you go. You can reset by going lower and then trying to push without allowing yourself to shorten. Through the neck, through the shoulders. One more breath where you're at. And relax yourself down. Short stretch. You can either go back to your straight arm or come into a cactus arm, which is that 90-degree position. Roll up and over. And the other side. Quad stretch. Left arm will reach out. You'll roll onto your side. Grab onto that right foot. Pull it into your booty. Keep those knees squeezing together. Press your pelvis forward. Squeeze your right glute. Feeling free to stay here, or you can roll onto your belly. Take your left arm, like a Sphinx pose, underneath you. Maybe switch the grip on your hand, on your foot. Fingertips pull forward, elbow points up. Possibly straighten the front arm. Release yourself down. We'll be switching over to the other side. Right arm will reach up, then roll over onto your side. Take a quad stretch, reach down, grab that foot, squeeze them together. Pelvis presses forward. Choosing to either stay here, carefully come onto the belly. You can bring your arm underneath you, half Sphinx posture, possibly changing the grip on your foot. Fingertips point forward, elbow points up. Maybe straightening that front arm. Releasing yourself down, releasing the leg. You're just going to be rolling over onto your back. Feet are going to be sits bone distance apart, about a tennis ball. Same thing for your knees. Find a moment to just lie on your back. Feel the pelvis grounded. Feel the spine long and relaxed. And then on your next inhale, lift your pelvis up off the ground. Coming up nice and high into your bridge. And then lowering yourself down. I'm going to be coming a little bit deeper into this. You can either stay here or join me in the next one. I'll be walking my feet in even closer to my sits bones, reaching down and grabbing onto the ankles. And then from here, pelvis lifts. Deep breath. Don't let your knees swing out to the side. Keep those inner thighs working. And then you can come deeper if you'd like by releasing your ankles and placing your hands underneath your pelvis, getting that lift. You don't want all the weight in the thumb joint, so don't stick your thumbs underneath your pelvis. Really try to get fingers, heels of the hands, all the way underneath for a good lift. And then release the hands and come on down. Nice and slow. Reach the arms long, reach the legs long. Banana Asana. Take your legs over to the right. Cross your left leg over your right leg. Take your torso over to the right. Keep that left shoulder down on the ground so we're not rolling up onto our side. And I want you to breathe into the left side body here. Big, full, deep breaths. Allow the body to go soft. Taking your time to go to the other side. So the legs will go over to the left. Torso will go over to the left. You can cross your right leg over the left. Arms reach up overhead. Breathe into the right side of the body. Here comes the dog. I can hear him. Oh boy. Oh. Well, let's bring ourselves out of our Banana Asana. Take yourself back through center. Arms on the T position. Feet hip distance apart. And allow them to drop side to side. Coming back back through center. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Allow your leg to fall heavy, knee open. And then allow the legs to fall to the left. Breathe here. Coming back to center, reach through, you can grab onto the thigh, or onto the calf, the shin, pull yourself in. 3 deep breaths. And release the leg down. We'll switch sides, drop the right leg, cross the left. Allow your hip to open here for a moment. And then drop those legs over to the right. Coming back to center. And if you'd like to take that stretch deeper, you can reach down, grab onto your thigh, your shin, and pull them in. Be releasing out of this stretch. I like to take a moment in Happy Baby or to hug the knees in, release the low back to the ground. Whichever one's going to feel right for you. And then we'll come into and find our Shavasana. Whether you'd like the legs to be bent or straight. About 45-degree angle away from your body, face up. If you feel any tension in the neck, you can kind of swing it from side to side. Maybe give your legs a little windshield wiper. Oh, completely soft. Easy breath in and out. Feel the weight of the skeleton drop down into the earth. Allow all the muscles to go soft and heavy with it. Even your skin just relaxes down into the earth. Heavy and release. Softening your toenails and your fingernails. Everything through the face, the jaw, the tongue. Even the ears get to relax. Every hair on your head, relax. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. is where I'll leave you. Namaste.